at this point, and who can have better reflexes in the game and in the draft to win.
They matched heal for heal. They buckled down to the idea if your opposing roamer is a healing type, get a healing type as well.
Yeah.
And they take a page out of, you cover the names, that's an Aurora draft, FCAP.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we're going to Game 7.
Okay. See if that's going to happen here. Game 6 feels like it's FCAP sided. Let's see if Naisu and Ingan thinks the same.
You know what? I'm going to speak for the both of us.
What?
We want Game 7.
Of course.
We're thinking the same thing. This is going
Welcome to Mobile
an
Legends.
FCAP game to take it all the way. Again, I wouldn't have it any other way, man. The last time that we had a best of 7 in the lower bracket final was never. It's now.
Yeah.
So we need 7 games, and that's what we want. Now, Demon Kite on the Jungle X-Borg. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. We already got a preview of this even back before, and so you need a lot to happen here. Now, one of the great interactions between that, though, is if they can actually get UA to get a really good Frigid Glacier freeze down, then obviously it helps even with the Last Insanity. And then you have a lot of utility and mobility because you have the Matilda again in the hands of Renegade.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, Falcon's AP brand taking a page out of Aurora's book. Ogwin, who would have thought, would go for the Raphael and pair it up again with Kyle TC's Alpha. So even if there's a lot of slows coming in from Aurora or catch, okay. Now they're going to force out a few flicker.
Okay.
Renegade, as aggressive as he can be, will take one and bring down Few. Now the counterattack onto Yue. Pride of Eyes is there. But still, they're able to take him down. A 1-for-1 trade.
Good little trades happening here, but you know, the fact that it was UA that goes down, it's going to have a little bit of a delay building up there, but expected from Renegade. Oh, another!
Guiding wind,
Whoa.
and just look at that. Just not afraid to burst down Marco.
Oh, okay, he's not there in time. I was just going to say expected from Renegade earlier on, and then he does that as well. So this is Aurora making a statement, man. They want to be able to get that early game lead. They want to be able to establish themselves in the early game. So for Falcon's AP, Bren, they're seeing the tone that's being played here. And they'll be the ones to adjust. The turtle, though, for the taking.
Okay, Kyle TC gonna pop the Faraga armor of Demon Kite as he works on the turtle. AOG coming in from Flap.
Oh.
He wants to work on the kill onto Demon Kite, but the save coming in from Renegade is there. So it looks like it's gonna be an uncontested take for Falcon's AP Brent, but now the attack is on. Frigid Glacier connecting onto 2 as they try and work on Edward with the Primal Wrath. He's gonna flicker out into safety.
That was a great call from UA. They got the call. They know that Edward was there, and if it wasn't for the Frigid Glacier, you know, he wouldn't have been able to go and get that distance that he needed. He even had to burn the flicker, but Aurora keeps themselves together. FCAP gets the objective. They're going to build into this. And you're seeing it, right? Some of the struggle here with the X-Borg jungle showing some of the weak points, at least in the beginning of this game. But again, adjustments are to be made, and so far, Kyle Peasy feeling tanky enough on this alpha, paired up with the fact that you have Ogwin healing them up. They might break out and fight.
Okay, ultimate's being casted by the 2 roamers as Kyle TC works on the backline onto you, and there's no passive again. AOG coming in from Flap TC, but the first man down is Owen. Frigid Glacier will connect onto 2. A counterattack coming in from Aurora. They might be able to burst down Kyle, but on the other hand, Super Marco's going to bring down Domeng here as they try and work on Phil, but Phil remains alive and be able to take down Renegade.
Phil's still alive?
Again, Phil.
I was expecting him to go down too, but man, talk about a rotation from Edward to show up for that. Able to cap out the kill on Kyle TZ.
Whoa.
That spear not going to land. You know, I don't even think you take that if it did. Not really worth it right now, but good responses from both teams. Falcons AP Brand will keep things together. First item still looking to get locked in and fall into place here on both ends. But this is what we expect for Game 6. A lot of this back and forth, and yeah, that's the apparent thing too. You know, both these teams have good capabilities of extending those fights, healing through them. It's just at the same time, you want to be able to go ahead and have that advantage when it comes to those setups, those counter setups, if you will. And UA so far with the Frigid Glacier, you know, a lot of times he's been on point with it. But if he has to deal with getting out-angled by FCAP, for example, especially around these turtles, might struggle a bit. Renegade again going forward.
Okay. The Diamond Force from Super Marco is there as well. As Demon Kite will get the turtle. Frigid Glacier collecting onto a lot of people. Here comes the last insanity coming in from Demon Kite. Plus the explosion.
Oh.
They're going to bring down Kyle and Flap TZ. Renegade picks up a kill and Demon Kite gets the turtle.
You see what I mean? They're throwing their bodies forward, especially Edward. Frigid Glacier goes down, and that allows the fire and ice combination between the Aurora and the Exborg. The last insanity, enough to pop out enough damage and just cook the members of FCAP. So that's always what Falcons AP Brand is going to have to worry about, you know, playing against it. And sometimes if they jump forward, again, Renegade.
Redirecting that Circling Eagle onto Flap TZ to try and zone him out. Here comes the flamethrowers coming in from Demon Kite. And so far, looking good for Aurora. Their aggression, although sometimes it looks like it's overextensions, because of the fact that US Frigid Glacier continues to connect onto at least 2 or 3. The counterattacks that you would expect Falcons AP Brent to do. Now TZ goes in with Spear of Alpha, might be able to burst down Edward
Again?
though.
You were just saying it.
The
Frigid
Glazer!
Glazers.
The
This is
Glazer!
time and time again, Ingon, they have been on point. Bottom lane again, Renegade just taking a trip around, but that's the thing. This Aurora pick was so good for the lineup here that they wanted to work, and it's been working great for the past 6 minutes. Falcons AP Brand will have to go ahead and adjust to it because eventually, you know, again, that was just a little bit of a lack of damage that they had where they couldn't cap out on the kill, and UA was able to save them right there. So once again, you're kind of just playing catch up for now. Both turtles, each one for the team, the third one coming up here. And we'll have to see this time around, how does Falcons AP Brand adjust to it? Flap has been able to jump in, but usually when he's able to jump in with the Avatar or the Guardian, he's not able to get the targets he's looking for. And they still have to work through the passive as well from UA once he has it up. So they'll take their time here. Super Marco. So there, Domake still on the bottom side. They're going to break it out.
Okay, Demon Kite gets the turtle AOG. Okay, not going to connect though. As Aurora trying to disengage Falcons AP Brand, they didn't have a trade. And all throughout, look at Doming just working on the bottom lane, forcing a reaction onto Falcons AP Brand. Spear of Destruction won't connect though. Oh, the chase. Good Spear of Misery coming in from Doming. Now Flap TZ charging his taunt. It's not going to connect though. They're trying to go for Doming, but Doming manages to escape.
Very closely. Again, trying to use the spear, didn't land, able to escape. But now the attention here from Falcons is going to be on that tier 1 bottom side, and there's nothing that Roro can really do. Demon Kite also still up there on that top side turret. He's been doing great, you know, on the Exborg, although we talked about how there could be some weak points and everything else, but just, again, the combination between him and UA really allowing things to fall into place at this point. We'll see if there's enough firepower coming out from Falcons AP Brand up to this point. We saw a little bit of glimpse of it, and the more that Super Marco also gets those items on this Harith, they should be able to fight, even if they get frozen for a bit. Again, the Zaman Force can help them play enough time, and a jump plus the healing plus the Eternal Guard knockup in the air might be able to buy enough time for FCAP to extend a fight in their favor. But right now, it's more so of just kind of getting us situated, getting buckled in for Aurora's control, because they've been controlling the majority of this game.
Yeah, especially the man in front for Aurora, Renegade, has been performing phenomenal with his aggression, aggressive circling eagles, guiding winds as well to save the team of Aurora. And not to mention Demon Kite, always paired up the last insanity with his retribution to out the red tree. Kyle TZ, that's why he has 2 turtles, Kyle TZ's 1. So this time, let's see, a huge thing that Kyle TZ needs to do is to burst down the Firaga armor to disable Demon Kite right away before the neutral objectives take place here. Not just even Kyle TZ, even the other members of Falcons AP Brand as the First Lord will spawn.
Just send it on Renegade again. They go forward.
They want to go for the zone.
Trying to keep it together here. Guiding Wind on out. Just out of the danger. Out of harm's reach. Lord's still going to be held there, so it is going to go for a reset. They got the Eternal Guard out, so that's not going to be available for you right now. So it's Rora keeping things together. Renegade also still doesn't have that Circling Eagle. So they got to wade through this. Domang still working on that wave, pushing it through. Lord still on the reset. right now the tier 1's mid lane for both teams still up too, so pretty much even grounds to work with right now, and neither team really committing, waiting for those crucial ultimates back up. Renejays is up, circling the Eagle again.
Oh, they changed their target onto Few. They want to burst him down, but a flicker is out there. Now Falcons AP Brent on the retreat. They're going to bring down Few. Yue in trouble, though. He then able to cast the Frigid Glacier, but Super Marco will fall down in the hands of Domain. Now the attack from Aurora is just too much for them to handle. 3 Bs are down. Kyle's easy with Spear of Alpha just to walk away. And Aurora executed that to perfection, dividing and conquering the Titans to gain the advantage for the clash and get the first Lord.
What a good play and a great call for Renegade and Demon Kite to switch it up and focus down Few, forcing the flicker and then still diving in with the last Insanity. And again, it's Yue. I know I've been saying this many times, but that Frigid Glacier is buying so much time for them to do something like that and then show back up to the fight and collapse down on the rest of Falcons AP Bren. So right now they have this big objective secured. They've got a big lead against FCAP. Their work is going to be cut out for them. They have to be able to maintain the line, the front line here, and deal with just what Renegade is doing. He's been a lot of the start of these initiations with a certain Eagle. Sometimes he's starting up, sometimes he's pulling back, but initially it gets something, whether it's a battle spell or the other. Out from Falcons. They're going to keep it together here, working to keep as much space on the map that they can work in, but right now the top just being focused down from Domeng. Lord waiting down to the bottom, slowly making its way. They're holding on to the Holy Shields the best they can, but Aurora is looking solid as they approach the base here of Falcons AP Bren. One last check at the items to see if they have enough firepower. Mid lane Holy Shield down, and slowly but surely that Lord making its way down the bottom as FCAP eyes off Aurora here. They're going to go in.
Kyle's easy goes in with the Frigid Glacier from Yue. Might be able to bring down Kyle's easy. The Winter Crown play is there. Will they be able to save him though? They're going to burst him down in the hands of Demon Kite. The Lord is still there onto the bottom as they work on it. They want to bring down an inhibitor. The Lord's still up as Falcons AP Brent works on it. Now Kyle's easy. That was a huge effort. Oh, they still have minions, Naisu.
They can. They're going to push in, trying to sustain through this. Got to clear the waves. That top turret going to be the next target from Aurora. And FCAP in a very dangerous position. Wave's going to be cleared up. Eternal Guard dropped in. But they hold on for now to the top and mid turret. As Kyle TZ will be back up. That's all Aurora's going to get this time. But man, oh man, talk about a lead. Talk about unanswered initiations and unanswered startups from Aurora here. As Falcons AP Brent still scrambling to get what they need. Looking at the items, really behind. Nearly in every aspect, every lane. And Super Marco, he did have the Holy Crystal now. He's got the Starting Scythe, Feather of Heaven, should have enough firepower, but again, it's all about the spacing that they have to work with. It's so hard for FCAP to set up the way they want to because of what Renegade's doing half the time.
Yeah, and of course also Yue. Again, the crucial Frigid Glacier. Most of the time it's not for the offensive, it's for the defensive for him to enable his squad mates to go and re-engage as they work on the second Lord. 7.3k gold lead for Aurora.
And here we go, they find themselves once again in this situation. Falcons AP Bren. Can Kyle TZ pull it off again like he did in the previous game? They're gonna zone him out as much as they can. That mid lane being pushed in, top as well for the minions.
Edward goes in with the Earth Shatter Flicker combination. AOG to add to right back, but Kyle TZ is gonna fall down. Domeng working on bringing down Flap. 2 members are gone. Demon Kite also gets the Lord. Flickers are out from Falcons AP Brent. Fear of Destruction coming in from Domeng. Gonna do the free hit though. They have minions. They also have the Lord. Now Falcons AP Bren. Oh, they need to defend this, Naisu.
They're gonna keep it together. They got the Lord, now they go mid!
Yue goes in with a beautiful stun! And the bees soar too high to the light as Aurora burns them down to ashes! The light within shines brighter than ever as Aurora seizes the win!
Super Team dethrones the Titans. And with that, a grand final spot and a chance to go represent the Philippines in M6 in Malaysia, a new world champion will rise in M6. What a series.
Man, you said it. What a series. New teams will be representing the Philippines. And this super team has been doubted even for the start of the season, and we can hear the crowd chanting M6 because they have finally booked a ticket. Renegade, Edward, Yue are back to the world stage.
Oh man, again, so tough to see a team that has won so much and accomplished so much as Falcons AP Bren. The current world champions won't get to defend their title in M6. And talk about the improvements that we saw here from AURORA. Again, I'm Naisu, this is Ingan. Thank you so much for joining us here on the English Desk.